Hey guys, welcome back to Brew Wednesday for April 24th, 2013. How's it going? Cheers to you. Ooh, that's cold. that's a Cooper's Mexican Cerveza. And nice looking little beer there, beautiful tasting. You know what? This is actually almost pretty much a kit and kilo brew. I brought the kit home, the Cooper's Mexican Cerveza hopped liquid malt extract, and I forgot that I didn't have any dry malt extract. But I had a Brew Enhancer 1, which basically is mostly dextrose and a little bit of maltodextrin. And I thought, well, let's try it. I haven't done that in a long time. And it's not bad for a beer like this. It's actually very, very refreshing. Probably could put a piece of lime in there. Would make it even better, but I don't know if I have any limes. I'll have to check. Maybe I do. Anyway, cheers, and it's a good beer. Now, when this was brewing, it stunk like rotten eggs, and I've never had that happen before with the Mexican Cerveza, because it doesn't come with a lager yeast. Just comes with the regular ale yeast, and it stunk like rotten eggs. And I thought, oh, not again. What am I doing wrong? What's going on? You've heard me talk about that before. And you know, but you know what? After it was done fermenting, I put it in a keg, and in 3 or 4 days, boom! You can't even tell. It's wonderfully refreshing beer and very easy to make. Do try it, okay? Follow the instructions that they tell you on, what to put in it on the can, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have it. But I think they want you to use Brew Enhancer 2 or something with it. But anyway, I didn't have that, so I did just kind of a kit and kilo style, and you know what? It's not looking too bad. I brew these at 20 liters, not 23. I do all my beers, my Cooper's kits at 20 liters. That's just me. I find they turn out a little bit better. A little tiny bit more alcohol, a little better, body and mouthfeel and whatnot. So there you go. Well, that's that. It's just like a store-bought, like a macro, sort of style beer. It's refreshing and, hey, cheap. Cheers. All right, well, I do have some stuff to talk about. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over there to the brewing area and carry on. Let's do it. Here we are. Okay. A couple things that I want to talk about today. Let's put that over there. I got some stuff again. Jeez, I don't know what to say. I just want to thank all the people who've sent stuff and all that. I don't expect anything like this. I do what I do because I want to do it, but I know that you're just showing your appreciation, and it means a lot to me. When I'm opening these things up, I just get this big smile on my face, like, somebody, went through the trouble of sending me this, and it just means a lot to me. I've got stuff from all over the world, and it just, I don't know. Anyway, so thanks, guys. Really, I don't know what to say. Cheers. Let's get to this. First thing I want to talk about here today is I got this really interesting. See if I get this the right way around here. This is a military coin, okay? And I got this from Dr. I know his first name, but I can never remember his last. Dr. Oh, there it is. Dr. Stephen Stanek is his name, and he was, I presume, an eye doctor, ophthalmologist or optometrist or whatever, in the military. I'm not sure which, but just from what I see there. And so I guess what they used to do, and let me show this. It looks like a brass coin, and I'll just show that there so you can try to pick that out. Let the thing focus for a minute here. And I guess what they did is they carried these things around with them when they went out and I guess had a few drinks with their fellow military men and women, and somebody would, let me just turn this around so you can see the back. Looks like an eagle on there, and you can see what's written there. So this is what they carry, and if somebody actually brings this out and says, you know, challenges, the coin challenge, I think they called it, the coin check. You brought your coin out and you said, hey, who's got their coins? And of course people would rummage through themselves and get their coin out. If they didn't have their coin, they'd have to buy a round of drinks. Okay? Now, if everybody who was challenged had their coins, then the person who created the challenge, who brought out their coin in the first place, they had to buy the round of drinks. So you had to be careful. You know, it was always a risk. If you were the one to bring this out and challenge everybody to show theirs, you were always at risk of actually having to buy the round of drinks. So this is a really cool special ornament, artifact, or you know, thing to have, knowing that this probably either bought many rounds of drinks or was responsible for getting many rounds of drinks, or maybe both. So thank you, Doctor, for sending me this. This is really, really cool. I will keep this in a safe place. What this has been through and where it's been, that's really cool. So that is awesome. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Next, one more thing I got here. I actually did get some beers too from Germany, some more beers from Germany. Going to be tasting those. I already drank one of them and it was really nice. Really, really nice beer. The person is a beginner home brewer and he's doing some really good stuff. So that'll be on another video of Craig's beer review video there. This is from a fellow by the name of Daniel. I don't know if he wants me to say his last name. That's just the note that came with it. And I'll put his usernames on the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure which is which, but maybe one of them is JTV and one of them is YouTube. But he sent me a box full of grains. I'll grab the camera and we'll just check this out here. A whole bunch. We got some Carafa III. You know, just a whole bunch of stuff. I'll take some of it out here. And you can sort of, you know, read some of them that are there. I'll put a list down in the comments, in the box down below, what all these are. Maybe you guys have some ideas as to what I can actually. I mean, I know some of them, but I'm not familiar with all of them. And so, but he sent me a whole pile. I mean, there's like layers of stuff in here. So I'll put all the names in the more info section there. Whoops, I apologize for the camera work here. You know, obviously I'll be doing, you know, my own research on that to try and figure out what to do with these. And I have some quite a bit of two-row base malts over there in a bag, so I can do some all grain, I can do some partial extracts, I can even add some of this to some beer kits, see what we can get the flavor. I actually sat one night and had a go at tasting all of them, just taking a few, you know, and just see what the tastes were. Very interesting differences in flavor with all these different grains that he sent me. So thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate that. That's going to give us a lot of things to play with, and I certainly will report back and let you guys know what I did with these, and you know, how they turned out and whatnot. So that'll be great. Absolutely. What else we got? I've got somebody. This isn't really necessarily beer related, but somebody asked me. I guess I mentioned something about when I feel like I'm getting a cold and what I do when I feel like I'm coming down with something. And he wanted me to report back with that. Well, I don't get sick very often, for one thing, because I'm very careful. I'm a little bit OCD when I'm out and around, going around places, because I don't like getting sick. I hate getting sick. I'm not one of those kind of people who's got a cold and can still go to work and do everything and be, you know, out and about sneezing and coughing on people and getting them sick, and, you know, not me, man. I'm home, I'm in bed, I'm sick. That's it. I hate it. So I take precautions to make sure that I wash my hands and whatnot when I get home, and I'm careful. But if I do feel like I'm coming down with something, here's what I do. Now, this is not medical advice. So please don't take this literally. Don't, consult your doctor. This is only what I do. This is not medical advice, okay? So please consult your physician or your medical care person before you, embark on any of this stuff. Of course, they'll tell you not to do it because they want you to take their pharmaceuticals, but I'm just saying, this is not medical advice, okay? I'm not a doctor. The first thing is vitamin D. You should probably be taking this on a daily basis anyways, especially if you're not getting a lot of sun, because it's good for your immune system. And just look it up online, do some research on this. That's what I did, and that's how I know this. When I feel like, this is 1,000 milligram tablets, when I feel like I'm getting a cold, I take like 3 or 4 of these for about 2-3 days in a row. Cold's gone. The second thing that you should probably get is some vitamin C. And we get this in the form of Redoxon, which is this stuff here. And this is just little tablets that you put in cold water. It's like Alka-Seltzer. Drop it in there, it fizzes, releases all of its, vitamin C and whatnot. It ends up being a really nice tasting carbonated orange drink, and it's full of vitamin C, and the carbonation helps it get into your bloodstream a little quicker. That's what I'm told. Okay, so any form of vitamin C, of course, is good for you as well, for your immune system. The one thing that I absolutely swear by, and I do this myself, and as soon as I feel like I'm coming down with something, apple cider vinegar. And you can look this up, okay? A tablespoon or 2 of this. Obviously, you're not gonna, sit there and drink it. That's not a good thing. Don't do that. It's good on chips, but it's also good for you. Apparently, what it sort of does is it changes the acidity, the pH levels in your body a little bit, and it prevents your body from being a habitable place for viruses, that are trying to set up home, and they can't set themselves up in a place where there's a different pH and there's not, doesn't match with what they require. So a couple of 1 or 2 tablespoons of this, no more than that, okay? You'll feel the difference. I'm telling you right now, and I'll even do it right now. I'll do one. It's not very nice, but I'll just prove to you that this is something that you can do. And I don't feel like I'm getting a cold right now, but I did last week, and I did all this stuff, and the cold went away before it even manifested itself. So take a tablespoon here. It's like a chugging video. No, it's not. Actually, it's worse. It's pretty bad. You got to go to. I would go to some place where you're alone, so you don't, because you're going to make faces and noises. But I look this up. It works. Swish some water around in your mouth after you do that, so it doesn't eat away at the enamel of your teeth or your gums or anything like that. There. So you do that. Those are the 3 things that I do. There's lots of other things out there. Don't go taking those over-the-counter medications, Contact C and all that stuff. That relieves the symptoms, but it's the symptoms that are relieving the cold. So if you relieve the symptoms, you're just prolonging the cold. Try and beat it in the beginning with these kinds of methods. And that's just the advice that I have about colds. The apple cider vinegar is my favorite, though. It really does work. And this stuff, too. Okay, the vitamin C. So that's not medical advice, but that's what I do. And so, don't do as I do, do as I... No, what's that saying? Anyway, it's just don't do what I do unless you're sure that that's the right thing for you. Okay. Well, let me chase that with, you know. Actually, no. First, I'll talk about my wine. I have a glass here. I was drinking a little bit earlier. You can see how beautiful and clear that is. This is the wine that I brewed a few weeks or maybe over a month ago on Brew Wednesday. Showed you how to do it, and it was, I think, the week after I siphoned it into a secondary. And after that, I kind of forgot to follow up on it. But basically, I left it in the secondary for a couple weeks, and then I siphoned it again. And then added the waited a few days, added the clearing agents and the finalizers and all that. You know, you just follow the instructions that come with the kit. It's very, very easy. And now there's what I've got there. Beautiful, clear wine. Wonder how that's going to mix, wine and vinegar. I prefer the wine myself, but you know, that's just me. So anyway, that's that. That's how that worked out, and it was really good stuff. I have a Cooper's Pilsner brewing over here. Thomas Cooper's selection Pilsner brewing at a nice cool temperature. What do we got in here right now tonight? We have 60. Actually, it's getting a little warmer today, unfortunately, but it's been around 66 in here. It's just coming up on 70, but it's pretty much done fermenting anyway, so you know, it basically most of the fermentation went at around 66 degrees, so that's good for a Pilsner, and you know, you could do it lower if you want, but so that's been going away over. That's every once in a while it burps, and you know, so it's almost done. I'll be putting that in the keg soon and let you know. It stunk too when it was fermenting. It was, ugh, you know, terrible. But I know that's the way those lager yeasts work. And or if it's a Pilsner yeast, I think it's a hybrid between a lager and an ale yeast is what I think what they've done there. So I'm sure it'll be great. So regarding my YouTube channel and all that stuff, my YouTube stuff, I do apologize. I have videos ready to be edited. I have the Mr. Beer kit. That one's going to be interesting because I know that there's going to be some you know, controversy in some of the forums and whatnot, because there's people that just hate the thing, you know. You know, just, but you know what? It was sent to me as a gift, and I'm going to try it. It's beer, man. It's home brew. And I'll be explaining more about the changes they've made to that. Well, you know, I've explained that in the video, and you'll see that when I post it. I also have another home brewing video that I did as well with 2 separate home brews I did side by side with different grains and whatnot, so that'll be posted soon as well. As you probably know, I do get a lot of messages, a lot of mail, a lot of, you know, feedback from YouTube, and you know, messages and people posting messages underneath the videos and private messages and you know, Facebook and holy cow, JTV. And so I do my very, very best to read all of those, and I usually am quite successful at it, although it does take a considerable amount of time. You probably wonder what I do other than YouTube. YouTube takes up a lot of my time, not just making the videos and uploading them, but responding to people, answering questions, reading the comments and the messages and whatnot, and you know, just trying to keep things organized, and keeping, you know, links and playlists and stuff up to date. It's a lot of work. I know a lot of people, a couple guys have asked me, like, what do you do? Like, what's your day job? I do have my own self-employment, and so I don't have any particular hours or schedule that I have to follow, which is nice because I can work when I feel like working, and then I can do my YouTube when I feel like doing that as well. So, you know, that's all fine and good. But sometimes messages do slip through the cracks and I don't see them. And so I was kind of hoping I could ask for your help. If you do see something that is a little bit derogatory, or, you know, somebody posted something really stupid or mean, or, you know, trollish, please let me know if you can. I could kind of use your help if that's okay, to, you know, keep check on that. Send me a personal message on YouTube if you do see something and you don't think I've looked at it or seen it or dealt with it, and I'll definitely check it out. Oftentimes I don't delete comments that people post, stupid comments, or like not just stupid comments, but really mean, trollish comments. I used to just delete them and that, but not anymore. I kind of like to mess with people a little bit. I like to sort of, for lack of a better term, f with them. So instead of deleting their message, I'll just come back with some smart-ass remark and turn what could have been a negative experience into a comical or a positive experience for you guys, just to let you see there's idiots out there. And that's how I deal with them. I just sort of mess around and turn it around and put it on them, make them look like the fool. And that's how I deal with trolls, and it's not a problem. And there's a lot of people who say to me, don't let them get you down and whatnot. Well, I don't. Well, my trolls don't bother me one little bit, other than the fact that it takes the positive experience away from the comments in the videos, and that's why I've decided just to sort of deal with them in more of a comical way, because I know where it's coming from and I'm not offended by it, and it doesn't hurt me or bother me. It's just that I like to keep a clean, run a clean ship, if you will. And I don't like you guys to have to deal with those kinds of comments when you read the comments below the videos. But yeah, we make it a little bit funny and comical, and I do my best to deal with them in that way. So also, if you like my videos, thumb them up. Give me a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. You have no idea how much that helps a YouTube video producer when people thumb up your videos, because it helps to organize the search results. If your video has a lot of thumbs ups, then when people search for that topic, your video is going to come up near the top, and that's kind of what I sort of want, as a YouTube producer. I want my stuff to be, accessible to people who search for it. So when you thumb up the stuff, and don't thumb it up if you don't like it, but if you do, please do that. It just takes 1 second to do that, and I would really appreciate that. If you don't like my stuff, well, I don't know, bugger off. Don't watch it. Go watch something else. It's nobody's strapping you in and making you watch it. If you don't like it, go and watch something else. I never understood why people, I mean, you could have the best video on YouTube, you could have like a 2-year-old playing the drums and just like tearing a strip out of these drums, like unbelievably doing a fantastic job. 2 years old, still in a diaper. I don't know, no, I guess they're out of them by then, but you know what I mean. And people are going to thumb it down. They're going to thumb it down because they're jealous, or I don't know what it is. They just are miserable and don't have a life, or I don't know what the reason is. Everyone gets that. Everybody on YouTube gets the thumb down thing, because there's just some people out there are just not happy with anything. It doesn't matter what you do. Well, look at that. I'm double-fisted once again. Yeah, officially. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Be safe out there. We'll see you very soon. Cheers out.